have I installed a Hollowtech 2 bottom bracket and crank on Poseidon bikes? So yes, I have. So both my Norton has a Hollowtech 2 style crankset on there, and my Redwood has a Hollowtech 2 style crankset on there. Now, I'll say the Norton I switched over from the square taper, which came on these originally. I switched that over because that original bottom bracket started creaking on me. It's kind of whatever it is. It's dirt. I put a lot of pressure on it, whatever. I don't know why. But it started creaking, so I swapped over to Hollowtech 2. Haven't had a problem with it. This is honestly like an Amazon cheapie setup. I think I paid like 30-something bucks for the whole crank and bottom bracket setup. Is it this one? I think the bottom bracket of this one I have changed out to say nicer Shimano bottom bracket now, but the cranks and the initial setup was really cheap, really affordable. Kind of crazy how well that thing works for how cheap it was. Now the Redwood, I did the swap over to the Hollowtech. I used the JG bike crankset and the bottom bracket there. That's actually what's still on there. This seems to be working pretty good on here. I just want it to be a little bit stiffer for racing, power transfer, that kind of stuff on here. I feel like it does a pretty good job. No complaints with it. Again, this thing was like 60 bucks on Amazon for the setup. So I've done them. Works really easy. It's you ultimately just remove the old stuff, install the new stuff on there, swap your chainring over, and you're set to go with, you know, a nicer set of crank arms, essentially. So it's pretty obvious why they kind of went from, you know, square taper to pretty much everything now, including my Triton up there, that the brand new ones came out in October. That one has the Hollowtech 2 style crankset from the factory, and so does the Gen 3 Poseidon X. Same thing, has the Hollowtech 2 style crankset. So pretty obvious why they make the change. But yes, I've done it on 2 of the Poseidon bikes, and it's worked great. Super easy swap. I recommend it if you need to replace the bottom bracket. If you don't need to, I mean, the square taper works fine, but if you got to replace your bottom bracket anyways, might as well do a little bit of an upgrade.